You are listening to the Hello Sport Podcast.
What is up, punters and dribblers? Edward, me old mate.
G'day, me old mate. You know, in France, it's pronounced nougat.
Chicken, what's chicken?
Chicken nougat.
No, I think it's like poulet or some shit. Like, what's chicken in French? Like poultry?
Chicken.
But nougat.
No.
Poulet?
Poulet nougat.
Yeah.
Or nougat poulet.
No, nougat poulet. Because they do their words back to front over there, don't they?
Yeah, they mix them up. They like them.
Instead of saying chicken nugget, you'd say nugget chicken, wouldn't you?
I think that's the way they get about their work.
Yeah. Upside down, mate.
Yeah, topsy-turvy land.
I was disappointed to read the French aren't getting into it anymore.
Into what?
They're rooting.
Well, it's fallen off a cliff. I think globally, intercourse rates have fucking gone through the floor. When a handle do, you know, sometimes. And I'm not saying that I'm not celebrating that fact, but I just think when you can make yourself come, I think sometimes it's easier.
Yeah. They're probably getting pretty good, those dolls, as well.
It's amazing what they can do these days. It's amazing the life they can breathe into those dolls.
Mate, you'd swear they were fucking real.
You'd
You'd swear blind. No, seriously, mate. Oi, Steve, mate. Seriously, come over here. Mate, put your cock in this thing, mate.
Come here, come have a look at this thing, mate. You swear this thing's fucking real.
Steve, mate, come on, mate.
Steve, come around to mine. Let me show you.
Come on, mate. No, I'm
You
telling you.
swear blind this thing's real.
Mate. Fuck Tinder and all that shit.
No. Shuck that weird bloody woke crap.
Come on, mate.
Tell me that doesn't look like an asshole.
Feels like one, doesn't
it? Who we got to speak to about, like, officially rezoning Suncorp Stadium to New South Wales? Like, there's someone who is in charge of rezoning, right?
Well, Tom, it's an interesting point you make. I don't know if this is correct. I've always been under the assumption that embassies are essentially a different country in another country.
Yes.
Does that make sense? So I see no reason why Suncorp can't be sort of like a New South Wales embassy. Yeah.
The Gulf of New South Wales.
Because as far as I'm concerned, they've given up all the rights to it.
Well, we took it. We took it.
Excuse me, punters and dribblers. Put a hurting on myself last night to celebrate victory and to celebrate our now ownership of Suncorp Stadium.
Well, the New South Wales Embassy, I just think it needs to be renamed as such.
I think I'm happy to try and get that going.
It's not Suncorp Stadium anymore, it's the Embassy of New South Wales.
Well, it's the Embassy of New South Wales, that's right, Tom.
There you go, then, mate. Just pound
Just having a daylight's fucking get that in here.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
good
mate. You
stuff.
got to hydrate, mate.
What are people in embassies called?
Imbeciles?
But like, if you're in an embassy
Consulate.
Okay, I'm the consulate to.
No.
Does that make sense? You know what I'm
Diplomats?
No, not diplomat. Yeah, because it's like you're the something to.
What was
Joe Hockey.
Yeah, what was Joe Hockey
in America?
Or Kevin Beasley.
Kim Beasley. Was Kim Beasley
I think Kim might have done a stint in Yankee
Rudd,
Doodle.
I think Kevin Rudd might be Yankee Doodle now.
I think Kevin Rudd is Yankee Doodle now. Whatever those pricks are.
What are you called? You're the representative of your country in another country.
Ambassador.
There you go.
We got 7 ambassadors for New South Wales.
17.
A couple, including 18th and 19th, man. We'll give you a gig as well.
Jobs for the boys and that.
Jobs for the boys. I've just set up shop in New South Wales Embassy at Suncorp. That's what happened last night.
Yep.
And you can't tell me any differently.
No.
That place used to be sacred.
It used to be sacred. It used to be a cauldron. Well, it still is a cauldron, I guess. It's just it's our cauldron.
It's still a cauldron. I don't think it ceases to be a cauldron. I think
merely because this is just a changing of hands of property, really.
I mean, if you're a witch and you've got a cauldron on the go, it doesn't matter what you put in the can. It's still a cauldron.
That's a great point.
But
it used to be a home where, it was a house of horrors for New South Welshmen and women the world over.
Well, across the globe.
Across the globe. Now, honestly, dude, and maybe that's why it was important for us to acquire Suncorp Stadium, is that it doesn't hold that weight and that power and that fear anymore, and it's better off we just have it.
Well, lose it? If you don't use it, you lose it. Is that a saying?
Yeah, it is, right?
You've disrespected a holy site, really, a sacred site. Oh, this is Queensland I'm speaking about here.
Of course.
A place where we used to visit. We used to have our pants pulled down, Tom, and we used to be given a good spanking.
Yep. Over the knee.
Over the knee. Come here, you've been a very naughty girl. Smack, smack, smack. That was the treatment we used to get up there every fucking year. There was a handful of one-off wins. They were always unimportant, Tom.
Yep.
Always unimportant.
Inconsequential.
But every Origin game, you can shut the fuck up, mate. We're here to win series, okay? Here to win shields. So you sit the fuck down. We never won games of real consequence up there. Not really.
No, now.
We hadn't won a game 3 since Joey Johnson, 2005. Now we secured the Forbidden Shield last year, and everyone goes, you know what, you can't be done, mate. Tell you what can't be done, mate. And it was a convincing argument. Had me believing it. Not really, but sort of. I entertained it in my mind for a moment. Can't win back-to-back games at Suncorp, mate. Can't be done.
Well, not since 1998.
Can't be done, mate. Can't be done. Hasn't been done this century.
What now, though? But what now? Because it has been done, and it was fucking easy.
Not only has it been done, Tom, it was done in such a manner that I am genuinely, and I know Andrew and I know Peter, our good mates, are very worried about the concept as a whole.
That's it. What does the future of State of Origin mean?
What does it look like?
What does it look like in 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20 years? Like, is it on its knees right now, State of Origin, given the one-way traffic we are experiencing? Queensland, Eddie, have scored 1 try in the last 2 games at Suncorp. Sure, you could say they scored a try last night. I don't think it counts because Brian Tuttle was off the field. I also am not 100% sure how I feel about that sin bin, but that's not the point. That's the only time they scored a try was when we were a man down. So they have scored 1 genuine try in 2 games of rugby league football at Suncorp Stadium.
Did they score in game 3?
Oh, they haven't scored a point.
They haven't scored a try.
They haven't scored a try.
They didn't score.
Oh, yuck. That's even... Well, you have to hand over a stadium at that point. It ceases to be yours when you can't score at it.
Yeah. I mean, the try last night didn't count.
It did, of course it didn't count.
They also... Not only have they not scored a try in 2 games at Suncorp, which is why it's now the Embassy of New South Wales, and will be known as that henceforth.
Yep.
Is that they haven't even looked like scoring a try. They haven't even looked like it.
Can you just try and look like it? Can you just try to look interested in the concept?
Because we're having a crack over here. And not only are we having a crack, we had a crack for 8 really dark years. And then we won one, and then 3 more dark years. But we still had a crack. We turned up. We made it 2-1, except on one occasion. We turned the fuck up. We won games. We ripped and teared. Sao Dominicello sort of stuff. Game 2's Ricky in the box, fucking coming his pants. We go up to game 3. We lose, but we're having a crack.
We're having a crack.
What you did last night, Queensland, in front of your own, supposedly, is you turned out weakness. You turned out nothing short of truly pathetic performances. And
the writing was on the wall when Lindsay Collins got hacked day of the game by a Nigerian prince.
you know who gets hacked? Beaters.
Yeah, but, like, if you want to talk about bad omens, getting hacked day of game by some Nigerian prince who's putting up photos of G-Wagons on your Instagram and talking about, like, eco-friendly and, like, environmental shit, like, that's bad news bears off the rip. You knew at that point Queensland were fucked.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's handed over a bit of coin, old Lindsay Collins.
What do you reckon is a crypto scam? You reckon he's clicking on links?
Mate, that's sort of where they're at.
Yeah, clicking on links and that.
What links have you been clicking, mate?
What have you been clicking? Is this a like a?
You clicking on pop-ups again, mate?
Is this a crypto thing? Is this a porn thing? Is this a Is this a Temu ad?
Is Lindsay been clicking on links again?
Well, Lindsay, he has
Pop-ups
because he's been hacked on his Instagram. Now, what links he's been clicking, Eddie? That's what we're here to uncover.
We are here to uncover, Tom. There's a couple of places where you'll get a pop-up, generally speaking. You'll get them on over 18's websites, mate.
Yep. Okay. Bit of porn stuff.
Yeah.
Bit of sex.
Bit of sex. I'm not going to sit here and muse over what Lindsay's looking up.
No, of course. How are we to know?
But it'd be filthy stuff.
I imagine it'd be fucking crook. Yeah, it'd make you sick, but like, it probably speaks as much to where he comes from as the man himself. He's a Queenslander.
That's. I'm not talking about him specifically.
Not talking about Lindsay the man. Talking about Lindsay the Queenslander.
I'm talking about Lindsay the Queenslander. Yeah, he's got some rogue stuff open.
Yeah. Oh, he's a fucking pig, mate. So then where else does the pop up?
Chinese sites.
Yes. Your Temus.
Yeah.
Wish.
Anything Chinese.
Yeah. Okay.
They just they operate on a different frequency over there. Like, you can't get onto fucking Temu, for example. You can't get onto the site without some pop-up coming up and a big wheel spinning around going, you've just won a car. Yeah. And I'm like, can I just buy a fucking $10 pair of sunnies, mate? Like, fuck me dead.
I've been getting...
Nah, mate, you fucking won a car. You can't click off
served a fucking at-home putt-putt thing for, like, the last week. And dude, that was loud. That was the fucking Viking horn over there. Jesus Christ.
That's the state of affairs.
Yeah, that's where we're at. Hopefully the mic's picked up on that. Super sensitive microphones. Anyway, writing on the wall when Lindsay goes down hacked by a Nigerian prince, probably after clicking on a link in a porn site. Granny's near you.
Yeah. How close, says Lindsay.
Yeah.
How near?
How near is near?
And again, I mean, if Lindsay's into grannies, that's not for me to judge.
I'm not an ageist, mate. Everyone needs loving.
Everyone needs loving.
Just a bit shocking at all, Just, the first time you hear it, you're a bit sort of, oof.
Yeah. I mean, but also we shocked. Is Lindsay's into granny stuff?
No, it's Queenslander. Anyway.
It's not really important.
No, it's not important.
But it is. But it is telling.
I tell you what I did like, but it was also telling. I liked it, but it was telling. Tino Fa'asua Mala'awi, full tear city, crying his eyes out during the anthem.
Yep.
I love that sort of stuff. I love the pride, I love the passion, but unfortunately, you can be too emotional for the moment, and I'm pretty sure he was involved in 2 penalties inside the first 2 minutes. Too emotional.
You've got to keep your emotions in check.
Yeah, that's what Origin's
I love the passion at a big Tino, and it was nice to see. And it's, at least someone gives a shit from Queensland. You could argue that.
He seemed like the only one.
He seemed like the only one who gave a toss. But he did give away cheap penalties to start the football match, Tom, and it's just not good enough at that level.
It's just not good enough.
It's just not good enough at that level, mate. So that was telling. I tell you what else was telling, Tom. The Bush poet seemingly going down with a case of writer's block.
He
didn't say fucking boo.
He didn't say all week, mate. All week, the kid, it was crushing writer's block. I mean, and I don't know, like I'm not a poet, so I don't know how hectic writer's block can get. But he started strong. He started the week with a bloody Queensland picks you, and then that's the last great rugby league poem.
I thought we were in for 10 days of
poetry,
pure poetry.
Yeah.
You know, sit around, gather around, everyone, gather around, take a stump. Billy's fucking firing up.
Pull up a stump.
Pull up a stump, put the kettle on.
Yeah, Billy had writer's block. Lindsay got hacked.
One of the worst
Tino
cases I've seen of writer's block,
yeah.
Tom. Absolutely shocking. He's supposed to be going out there and selling the concept as well, you got to remember.
No one was selling the concept. That's for damn sure. Then you got
us.
Well, we were selling the concept, mate. I would like to draw your attention to one man just quickly, and his name is Stephen Crichton, who just was so good.
Who, future skip?
Was so good, Eddie, that you could be forgiven for forgetting that Hamiso Tabuai-Fidow even exists, that he even plays the game, that he was even on the field. You had no idea he was even there because Stephen Crichton is the truth. I love that dude. Injuries and all.
Well, you and I actually, Tom, and full credit to us, because sometimes I think people, you know, when they think about Hello Sport, just think it's a bit of dribble.
Oh yeah, these two just rock up and start talking.
You know, but
incorrect.
But you and I identified early in the going, early in the reckoning, in Stephen Crichton's Origin career, that Queensland will never score a try down the right ever again.
Yeah. You may as well pack that up.
And maybe they did last night, but again, someone was off the field, and it doesn't count.
It doesn't count. But you know what they did? And this got me toey. I didn't even really realise in the moment. When To'o went off, they switched Zaccy Lomez to the other wing, and they just said Crichton's got it. They just let Critter fucking handle that side. Now they scored, but it was off a Latrell turnover, broken play.
Are you
what are you
serious?
Yeah, they moved Zach to the other side.
And said, Stephen Crichton can defend with the might of two men.
Yeah.
That is extraordinary.
Pretty cool, huh?
Very cool. Something else cool about Stephen Crichton. First try last night. Nathan Cleary playing what I like to refer to as eyes up rugby league football.
Yep.
Opens up the field, Payne Haas, trucks Purity through the mid. Forget the play, but I believe then it goes back to Cleary to maybe to Deal to Stephen Crichton, who goes off the left, off his right, back in field, and then just bang, hits the fucking accelerator, bruh, and then throws a seed of doom to Lomax. I reckon that thing broke the speed barrier, the fucking pilly through.
Oh, really? Are we talking divine scene here?
Oh, mate. Have a fucking go at the cunt out their hands. Balls.
A divine seed?
Lomax, get that up, yeah. Won't be me last for the night.
Oh, fucking Zaccy Lomax, that kid can play rugby league. Tell you what, for Zach Lomax, can I speak about Zach Lomax for a second? I want to get up the men's women's weekly player ratings where like some random cunt goes and judges the Origin players. I think Nathan Cleary is a 5 out of 10. You're like, yeah, but who the fuck are you? That being said, who the fuck are we? Zach Lomax he's arrived, he's actualised, he's here, right? All right, for the longest time, Zaccy Lomez was a handsome winger with a flick pass that was inconsistent at best. He was, and it was like, when's it all gonna click for Zaccy Lomez? When's it gonna click? Well, let me tell you something for free, punters and dribblers. It's fucking clicked with Zaccy Lomez. It's clicked all the way. He's an Origin footballer of the highest order.
Listen, it clicked in 2024.
Yeah, but last year was 1 year, one and done. Oh, what's this? Was this an average? Was it just a series?
But
No.
now that the seatbelt's clicked in, baby, we're good. He's been good to go. He fucking dominated last night.
He did. He dominated.
He
We
wasn't.
dominated, dude.
Was
Queensland
he
were
outlept?
awful.
Was he outlept once?
Of course he wasn't outlept. It was Valentine Holmes. But Queensland were, bad. In the game...
That was so cute from Queensland. Oi, Val, you've got Lomax, don't you, mate?
Yeah, Val,
Oi, man, you can get up and work with him, can't you, mate?
Come on, Val.
Well, you can jump high like him, can't you? Shut the fuck up, no, you can't.
Shut up, you can't.
You can't.
Queensland were actually, and I mean this respectfully, I know that we come on here and, we're pro New South Wales and that.
Oh,
But-
only if we, only if it's appropriate.
But Queensland sucked. Joey post games wondering whether Father Time's finally caught up with DCE. Joey just was like, listen, mate, Father Time heard of him. He comes for everyone. I always, for some reason, I forgot that Father Time was a father and who's mother? Nature. Time is father, mother, nature.
Yeah.
Father Time, Mother Nature.
Yep. I'm with you.
Well, Father Time, it seems to have arrived at the doorstep of one Daily Cherry Evans' rat-tat-tatting, going, oi, bro.
Knock, knock, knock.
Oi, lad.
Knock, knock, knock.
Oi, lad.
Knock, knock, knock.
Come with me, bro.
Knock,
Come
knock,
with me.
knock.
Back to club footy, son. Back to club footy. But no one did anything. Ponga, Ponga, nothing. Did nothing. Oh, is he just shit at the Knights? Oh, no. I think all the Queensland players were picked as outside Munster, maybe Hammer. A lot of players they picked were like, oh, your club form's not great, but once they get in Origin Arena, they'll be... And you're like, oh, no, actually, that is not the case. You all suck. You all stink. You're stinking the house down. You're stinking up our embassy up there.
Get out of our embassy, motherfuckers. I got to be honest with the punter and the dribbler. And I'm being fair dinkum. I don't reckon I saw an ounce of Queensland spirit last night.
It was almost like everyone was shell-shocked after the game. It was like, what even was that? Queensland didn't even fire a shot, really. There was you were still nervous because of State of Origin and you have had your heart broken.
But I wasn't
really.
I actually wasn't really nervous.
That's what I mean. You weren't really. The possibility is always there when it's 14-2 or whatever the fuck it was we're missing, or 14-6.
It was 40. Was it 42 at halftime?
Yeah. And, we're missing every conversion, right? You can be concerned, but Queensland didn't do anything to throw anything at us to make us worried at all. Shout out to a friend of the show, Tommy Dahl of Alpha Blokes, who came down from Queensland and to sit on the stream with us and Jarch. And the poor bastard just got absolutely fed.
Well, that his bumhole licked clean, that's for sure.
Yeah, he did. He went home with a clean ass.
Not an easy gig coming down here to the greatest state of all, to one of the great studios. Everyone's just draped head to toe in their blue fineries, and you got to sit down on the couch with us, and we're up and about. We've had a couple, and we're yipping and we're yahooing. And he's sandwiched. He's fucking, he's locked in.
Oh, yeah.
And to sit there and to have to watch that shit get rolled out by apparently the best 17 players Queensland has to offer, 8 of whom weren't even born there. That's how desperate they've become. To sit there and watch that performance, devoid of all Queensland spirit. If you were showing your kid the concept for the first time, you go, well, but mate, little Billy go, Dad, New South Wales, how could they possibly lose? They've just got the best side ever. Who are all these fucking randoms that Queensland's picked? Why don't half the team have to wear name tags?
Yeah.
Don't worry about that, son. There's something called Queensland spirit. What is that, Dad? Well, we can't explain it, mate, but what happens is fucking Queenslanders are Queenslanders and Queenslanders just Queensland and Queensland. There was just... There was none of that. There was none of that whatsoever last night.
Punters and dribblers, introducing to you 4 Pints Dark Lager.
It's dark lager weather.
Yeah, it is.
God
Chilly
damn.
as all get out. They call it a cold front, Eddie, and there's a cold front coming through. And honestly, a dark lager pairs perfectly with a cold front.
When the cold front rolls in, Tom, get yourself a dark lager and settle in, typically for rugby league football. Now, you might be asking yourself, Eddie, Tom, how do I get 4 Pints Dark Lager? Well, we're here to tell you that from June 2nd, it will be available in Dan Murphy's and BWS outlets nationally.
That's right.
You're welcome.
Easy drinking dark lager is a beer for the thinking dribbler or dribblet, as Eddie said, available from the 2nd of June. Thanks to 4 Pints. Punters and dribblers, State of Origin Wednesday night. We are going to be doing a live stream with Tommy Dahl from the Alpha Blokes. Jarchi will be joining. Now, Alpha Blokes and Hello Sport, they got a pot off. We're doing a very pro New South Wales pot, thanks to our good friends at Ned's. Jump in, get involved. It's going to be very pro New South Wales punting. You got to be in the About Even group. You got to be on the Ned's app, and then you jump in the pot. Smart decisions here, people. This is the first State of Origin pot ever to be done in the world.
Get into it. Well, the getting's good.
Getting's good. You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
All right. Now that we're in a place of victory, right? We won.
Yep. I wanted to get something up.
Yep.
Just in relation to old mate Father Time.
Yep.
In Queensland, this is Payne Haas, 25. Reece Robson, 26. Barnett, 31. He's the eldest in the side. Angus Crichton, 29. Liam Martin, 28. Isaiah Yeo, 30. N. Cleary, 27. Mitch Moses, 30. Stephen Crichton, 24. Zaccy Lomez, 25. Brian Toto, 26. Dylan Edwards, 29. Latrell Mitchell, 27. Get that all the way up, yeah.
Well, like Father Time, whilst Father Time's undefeated, Father Time...
You can tell him to fuck off,
You can tell Father Time to fuck. Like, it's almost
not
like...
forever, but you can.
No, you can beat Father Time for a period of time.
Yes.
But eventually Father Time will get you. Comes for everyone. Right now, we've got our nutsack in Father Time's eyeballs. We're dead ratting Father Time.
You can win the early rounds against Father Time.
We're
and that's
turkey
what
slapping Father Time.
Yeah.
And that is, I'm proud of it. I'm proud of the state. Queensland, there's a few Father Timies in there. Listen, I don't know how old Cam Munster is, but he played like Father Time as a rat-tat-tatting at the door.
If Stephen Crichton plays till he's 34, that's 10 more years. That's 10 years Queensland won't score a try for.
Yeah, off the right.
Off the right.
Down the right.
10 more
the right,
years.
Down the right. Like, what do you do there? What do you do as a state when 1/3 of the field is shut down for a decade, that you can't score there?
You can literally only score down 50% of the field.
Like, what are we talking about? How does the concept sustain? How does the concept sustain? That's my biggest concern.
It's my genuine concern, Tom. I don't take pride in coming on here with me old mate, and putting on me bounce outs, laying down, having a few chicken nugs, and musing about the end of State of Origin. I love State of Origin. You know what I mean?
No, listen, I know you do, mate. I know you love it.
It means everything to me, mate.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And to see it being disrespected in such a manner, it breaks me heart.
Yeah,
mate.
it breaks me heart. With victory,
comes victory.
well, part of
Wins bring wins.
Wins bring wins, but part of being victorious, it allows you to excavate the win and critique the win through, unnecessary prisms or nitpick. What you could argue is nitpicking, but what it is I want perfection now. So I've had a famous win that was really 26-6, really 26-0 if you include conversions and the bullshit try they scored a man down. It's called 26-0.
Yeah, because the penalty at the end of the half was bullshit as well. So it's 26-0.
26-0. Joey post-game was... And I echoed his sentiments. Can I say that I echoed Joey's sentiments? He was wondering whether there was something up with the balls. Because no one could kick conversion. The first time in ever, apparently, the conversion hasn't been hit. Joey was saying there's something about the balls, the way they move in through the air. They didn't seem right. Now, that guy, that man, that eighth immortal, Andrew Joey Johns, he's seen and he's kicked more balls than you and I have rubbed them. And if he's telling me that there's something up, I have to listen. Not only that, Edward, so in tune is this man with the rugby league football, with the Steeden, some say he's at one with it. The only man to truly tame a Steeden, break it in, if you will, is Andrew Joey Johns. He so dialed with this fucking ball was they actually sound different when they're getting kicked. He's like, these don't sound like balls that I know and love. It sounded different.
Jesus. And this is coming from the only known man to have broken in a Steeden, Tom.
Correct.
This isn't
wild
fucking...
Steeden.
This isn't old Joe down the fish shops.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
This is Joey Johns.
This is Joey Johns we're talking about. This is not Joe at the fish shop.
Let's get fair income for a second, can we?
Wake up. He said the balls are sounding funny.
They're sounding funny. No one can kick a fucking conversion to save their life.
They sounded funny. They moved funny.
Yeah, through the air, Tom.
Through the air. He was worried it might have been the paint they had on him. He was talking about the paint job, but also sometimes he thinks they have a fatter belly. So these aren't. There's something about the.
Oh, they're overweight.
I don't know.
The ball's got a tum.
I'm just glad it didn't come back to bite us. We did miss 8 points worth of fucking conversions.
Credit where credit's due to Joey Johns, because correct me if I'm wrong, but the same thing in terms of a paint job having an effect on a ball, same thing in cricket. White balls, pink balls, red balls are all different because of the fucking colour of the fucking leather. So, yeah, I can understand that. I think that makes perfect sense.
But this is something that, off the back of a win where the state of the ball, this leaf blower's doing my head in out here, mate. He's hanging right. Is he just blowing our door? What the fuck, cunt? There's no leaves out there, lad.
I think that there needs to be a royal commission into the use of leaf blowers. It's gone.
State of the ball.
It's gone fucking mad out there. Every fucking man and his dog's running a blower. All they're doing is blowing leaves onto the fucking off the footpath.
Oh, mate, what's he back for?
And then the wind blows them back on again.
Yeah, if you're gonna blow them,
suck them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He should be running a big bag and he should be sucking them.
Yeah. Or
suck them, then bin them, mate.
Bring back the broom.
Yeah.
Fuck, what are we doing here?
People are scared of hard work. The Queenslander would be fucking...
They're a blowing people.
They're a blowing people.
They're leaf blowers from way back,
Oh,
dude.
fuck yeah. They invented the fucking things.
Lazy pricks.
We know a hard day's work if it bloody shit on them. Where were we?
Well, we were talking Royal Commission to leaf blowers. I also think reasonable to call for a Royal Commission into the state of the Origin.
Well, if you're firing up an RC, you may as well get one going for both.
You may as well get one going for both. I don't know who you talk to, but I feel like you may as well get
I think it's federal, that stuff.
Do you want to watch Joey's interview with Nathan about the balls in the
Yes, I do.
Well, I watched it. He doesn't.
Is Nath Team Joey? Is he calling for a Royal Commission?
The thing is, they didn't get into it like I would have hoped. Joey talked about the balls all post game, and then when he got to Nath, I thought him and Nath were going to nerd out on ball chart.
Well, that's why I got so excited about it.
That's what I mean. It wasn't. The question was there. But there was not enough nerding out on ball chart. You know what I mean? That was the thing that was concerning or disappointing for myself. Nathan.
I would love, just to wrap ball chat, I would love Nathan and Joey to sit down and just talk.
Chat balls?
Just chat balls.
Yeah.
Just talk about the different sounds they make, different ways to kick them, stuff like that.
I'd love ball chat with Joey and Nath.
Yeah. What their favourite steeding is.
Yeah.
Would
How to break in a rogue steed.
How do you break one in? What size? What's the ultimate size? I know they're probably running like a 5 or something, but in a perfect world, would you be running a 5'1"? Something like that,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
How many nipples are on a steed?
Joey'd know.
Joey'd know down to the nipple.
He'd know to the nip. He'd be able to pick one up and go, that's got 829 nipples.
Yeah.
Just by feeling the fucking
just
thing.
by feel.
By feel.
Well, it's like Braille, but for immortals.
Yeah. It's a mortal braille. It's a mortal braille. There's a couple of immortals that they can't read it though, you know.
Well, everyone.
With all
else
due
is
respect.
All due respect, yeah.
Like those new mob they would let in.
Well, that old mob, they played with leather balls. They wouldn't know how to nip.
No.
Fucking shit on them.
Nah.
Jeez, I got a headache, Ed. Got to be honest with my mate. Fucking one of the great
What are you
splitters.
fluent in, mate? Oh, fucking Steed and Braille.
Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck.
I did have a headache. It's slipping away now thanks to the combination of Chicky Noogs, also known as Nougat Poulet, 2 daylights,
Yeah.
and 2 Panadols.
Yeah, this headache's fucking got its talons into me, talon to silvers into me. Nathan Cleary, let's just go.
Talon to Silver, man. Who's like the most exciting talent in the fucking
Nathan
league?
Cleary, shut up.
Sorry.
I want to know what your thoughts are about the way he played, because if you listen to Roo, and I did last night as I got home and indulged in a vegan outside, as is my right, and I listened to my old mate, Rugby League Guru, he was like, this is Nathan's arrival in the Origin Arena. This is fucking a great game from Nath, couple of errors, whatever, but like this is arrival. Again, the beauty of success means you can critique unnecessarily. We won the game and Nath played well, but I just didn't think it was like a standout game by any means.
I
don't think Mitch stood out either for that matter. They were both good.
I think they were solid.
Yeah.
They weren't wow.
They didn't blow my penis off.
The first try was wow from Nath.
Yeah,
like
but
setting
wasn't-
it up.
Yeah.
Like that was it was like it was nice. I'm like, great.
Yeah, it was good.
Well done.
Yeah.
It wasn't a wow performance though for 80
We were
minutes.
clunky in attack. We should have really
Mate, it should have been 40-50 nil.
Yeah, it should have been 40-50 nil. Yeah. And I think that's sort of where I'm at. I'm happy for the win. I'm grateful for the win. We should have won that 50 nil. We left a lot of points out there on the park.
We left a lot of points out there at the New South Wales Embassy. A lot of points left.
Yeah. They'd be picking the ground staff and picking up points
and after dominant victories, back-to-back dominant victories, Shield pretty much secured. You are allowed to nitpick, and that's what we do because we're in that position. I thought Nathan was solid. I thought
he was solid.
Again, you and I don't know what we're talking about, so maybe he was brilliant.
No,
I don't think he was.
We're running the eye test, mate. He wasn't brilliant, but neither. And I'm saying that about Mitchell Moses as well. They defended stoutly. Can I say that? Stout in defence.
Yep.
But our attack was just a bit fucking like. Who does Latrell Mitchell got to suck to get fucking?
Oh, a bit of ball out of the back of
shape like built around him getting the ball in some space.
It's got nothing to do with the fact that we had a bit of a nibble on Latrell last night. It's got nothing to do with that.
Nothing to do with that.
But I would point out that every time the left side was in position for shape, they were feigning shape. Cleary would go off his left back in field.
They run themselves, they drop it back under.
What are we doing here?
It was. Or
Has no one passed you down the memo, mate? We've got Latrell Mitchell. We have Latrell fucking Mitchell out there barking for the pill.
Yeah.
And you're going off the left back in field. How often can you do this? When we did finally give him a bit of pill, he threw one of the great nuts all time to Toto.
Well, he was floating in the air and just catch pass.
Nathan did Moses, quick hands Moses to Latrell. Latrell floating in the air, gets rid of it. Toto in the corner, good night nurse. Like, once he was given the keys, he opened the door, baby.
You got to give him the keys.
But you got to give him the keys more often. What the fuck? What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Now I know we won.
We won. We won. So it's all good.
But you know, like I know, that the state was barking at the telly last night going, give Latrell more pill.
Yeah, give Latrell early ball close to the line, see what he can do with it. That's all I would say.
That's all.
Again, we're in a privileged position here. We got to check our privilege. We did win, right? We're checking our privilege at the door. We did win.
Yeah, but I get so excited watching Latrell.
Listen
with the pill out the back of shape, running over the top of people.
Running over the top of motherfuckers. No, it excites me. We won, though.
We won, whatever.
But it just would have been nice to see him get some early pill, is all we're saying. But, listen, better for the run, bit clunky. I also heard, they didn't get to train together as much as they'd like because it was just piss and rain in the Blue Mountains, so potentially why they were feeling a bit clunky,
All the boys were just in the spa, I think, the whole time.
They were just
worked. Fucking worked. I tell you what, this Blue Mountains thing's working.
Well, mate, the fact that we can go to the Blue Mountains, it shits with rain to the point where we don't train for the entire week leading up and just come out and still get the job done. Should have been 50. Like, it should have been 50-0.
Full respect to Madge for eyeballing that for what it was and just going, why aren't the Blues training in the Blue Mountains?
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious when you think about it.
Should have been 50-0, mate.
Should have been 50-0. Should have been 50-0. If you want evidence as to how bad Queensland was last night, go and watch Zaccy Lomez's second try. We play the ball near the line. They roll, gets rolled back. Cleary gets the ball. All he does is just pass to Dylan Edwards, who passes it to Lomax, scores.
Yeah.
The most pathetic, weak shit I've ever seen in my life. They stripped numbers. Right, did they? They stripped numbers.
You're a professional. You're meant to be the elite of the elite here.
They stripped numbers?
Stripped numbers?
Right, okay. Really? You couldn't look up and go, oh, no one's marking Lomax.
Get it together, Queensland. The state of origin concept depends on you guys waking the fuck up.
It's hanging by a thread.
Do you know what they did last night? These absolute coward fucks. You've got Spencer Leniu, the guy that you guys all fucking hate. He hates Thurston. You hate him.
He hates you.
And he hates you. You've got him on the field, and you pussies, they wouldn't kick off to him. They started kicking off to the other side of the field so they didn't have to tackle Spencer.
Yeah, it's weak.
That's all. And Pete...
Didn't Roos say... Roos said that, didn't he?
Roos not the only one. Matty Johns was saying it. Matty Johns was making a point of it. Roo did say it, though. Roo thinks it might be one of the... He says it's going to be like a defining origin moment when Queensland lost their nuts. But you think that, like, again, worried about the concept when this shit starts to happen. That this is like a slippery slope. You let Queensland just start to lose every game. This is their third straight game that they've lost in a row.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, they'll lose in Perth.
Of course they'll lose in Perth.
We dominate in Perth.
We fucking love Perth.
We dominate in Perth.
But that's the problem. Like, when does Queensland find their next win? And I don't want it to happen, obviously, but for the concept I do. When does Queensland find their next win? It's not in Perth. And then it's going to be back. It's not going to be in New South Wales. It's going to be a sweep.
Mate, it's genuinely alarming. I remember when we won 3 in a row, like, 2, 3, 4, 2002, 2003, 2004, something like that. People back then were genuinely worried about the concept.
Well, you got Brian Fletcher throwing grenades. Like, that's, we're getting back into grenade territory.
And they pulled it out of the fire, and credit to them, but it just feels different this time.
This one feels different. It feels sad.
It feels sad. We are 1,000% Brian Fletcher grenade territory.
We are, well, dude, we've entered grenade. We're in our grenade era.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck yeah. All right, I tell you what, I'll be nipping down me local Bunnings to get a broom if you haven't got one already.
Oh, punters and dribblers, if you're a New South Welshman or woman worth your salt, it's time to invest in a sturdy broom. We will be getting them ourselves. We've got one in the studio, which we did use to broom Tommy Dahl. Gus Gould, the concern Gus has is that there's no one else to come in for Queensland.
Mate, there were blokes in name tags.
Like, what are we talking? Trent Liero. No disrespect to Trent Liero, but just more like...
I don't even know who you play for. I'm being serious. I've got fucking no clue.
And that's not knocking him, but it's more saying that, like, if that's your origin side, like, usually... your origin players are big mama jammers. They're people that you know. Like, we have Hudson Young on the bench. Huddy Young gets a little bit excited when the bright lights are on fame, and he's doing the damn thing, he gets a little excited. He's on the bench. He's
from Maitland.
He's on the bench.
So the big city lights, kid like that.
Yeah, exactly. But he's on the bench, mate.
Yeah.
Your bench is Bo former Trent Liero. Ours is Spencer Leniu and fucking Huddy Young.
And Spencer's so scary that when he came on, you wouldn't even give him the pill. You wouldn't even
kick him the ball.
Yeah, because you're fucking weak.
That's so weak, dude. That's embarrassing. Like,
good to see old crazy eyes out there just ripping it.
But, like, every state's had their embarrassing moments. We've had ours.
Yeah.
Ben Cray running away from Hodges, embarrassing moment, right?
Yeah,
that was an embarrassing origin moment.
No, we've been there.
But to not...
Old mate got ragdolled.
Hodgson getting ragdolled.
Through an intercept.
8 in a row. Yeah. Whatever. But...
We've been there.
We've been there. But to not kick to the big, tough Spencer Leniu, who is big and tough.
Because you've all got poo in your pants.
Because you've all already shit yourself. That's...
Tommy Burm style.
Well, I've got another one on board, don't worry. There will be an intermission time, a second intermission. That's the coffee's doing its job. It's embarrassing, dude. I'd be embarrassed as a Queenslander. I'd be like, ugh. Because I was embarrassed when Ben Cray did it. I would be fucking embarrassed going, we did what? We kicked it away from Spencer?
Well, I'm still embarrassed. I'm still embarrassed about Ben Cray.
I will never not be embarrassed.
Yeah,
I think as soon as you think about it, you go, ugh.
Yeah.
That was embarrassing.
I think the same will be true of last night.
Yeah.
I think they'll go, oh, shit.
Jeez, that was embarrassing.
We just didn't even give the ball to Spencer because we all had poo in our pants.
We all had poo. Pants full of poo.
We had pants full of poo, the lot of us. All 17 of us. And Billy, 18. Plus the blokes on the pine, 18, 19, 20.
Thurston sideline, poo.
Poo.
Everyone had poo. It was a god-awful performance. And there's where to for you guys? Like, what do you do? Where do you come from? Where do you go? Like, what now? You've lost the jewel in the crown of Brisbane, which was Suncorp Stadium. It's now the New South Wales Embassy of New South Wales.
Like,
it's been rezoned. So now what have you got? Ollie Lewis? We might just take him for the fuck of it. Just because we can. You know what I mean? We might just start knocking off Queensland ornaments. That's ours now. Big Banana. Wow, it's ours.
Well, Big Banana is ours.
Is that ours? Oh, good.
Yeah.
What have they got? Prawn? What have they got? Something big, don't they?
Oh, who cares what they've got?
I want to start knocking them off.
Mate, I'm not even joking. I reckon if they rolled out 3 or 4 more of those performances, I reckon Big Wally'd move states.
We take him. Listen, we've rode into town and we're taking it. Like, we've taken your stadium. Who's your king? He's ours now. He marches under our flag, under our banner.
Yeah. Like in Troy.
Correct.
When the king of the Greeks or whatever, he goes out and he starts fucking wrapping up other kingdoms.
That's it.
Then the kings fight for him.
Yeah.
That's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
We're that big fat king.
We're the big fat king in Troy who's got all the other kings underneath him, but we're the king of kings.
Yes, the king of kings. That's exactly right. So it makes sense. Wally's still a king, but he's under our flag.
Yeah, he marches.
He fights for us.
He fights for New South Wales now.
That's where it's headed.
Yeah.
That is where it's headed.
And they've just got no one else to bring in. Sure. Bring in Dearden. Sure. Bring in Dearden if you want to and drop Cherry Evans.
If you
want to, Mr. Loyalist, your loyalists up there.
Yeah, bring in a 6 to partner with a 6.
But what then? What then? Explain to me then. What happens? What's going to... I mean, how's Hammer going to score? He can't because it's going to be down the right, and that's where Stephen Crichton is. Our right, that is. Like, what then,
Oh, man, we're going to bring in Reece Walsh for Ponga, righto.
Yeah, okay, cool. See how that works.
Sweet.
What are you doing about Harry Grant? And you might be like, what are you talking about? Harry Grant had potentially the worst game of State of Origin that's ever been seen last night. And I love Harry Grant. Harry Grant seems like a great guy. Can play football.
Great player.
Maybe he's just more of a club footy player. I don't know. Maybe he's not cut out for Origin. That's just, maybe that's the reality. And that's okay. Like, those things are okay. Maybe he's more of a bench player. I don't know. But,
was anyone good for Queensland last night?
Well, Robert Toyer made a good fist of it for a kid, for a 10-gamer. Like, you want to talk about disrespecting the fucking concept. Let's pick an 8-year-old. But he made a good fist of it. He had a good account of himself. Val Holmes didn't do much.
Nanai put a shot on. Then tried again. Got greedy.
Yeah, got greedy. Greedy guts. I get that. No one did. The only one that played really well was Tino. Otherwise, everyone sucked. Munster. Is he too old? His father time got Munster.
Bit busted up. Lost his confidence.
He's going with the long hair look.
Which everyone finds suspicious.
Well, it's long hair and a moustache. I'm like, what's up?
What's going on?
How long's Billy got?
Are you having a midlife crisis, Cam?
How long's Billy got coaching this side? I don't want to start calling into question his coaching, but how long's Billy got?
Mate, I think that he's probably got one more game. Losing Perth, pack it up stuff.
I think Billy's got one more game.
Because the third game's procession. And
well, with procession work. And if you get processioned, then you might get... It's like, you got to probably leave before you get shot.
Then what are you going to do? You're going to roll out Fatty Vorton again?
You go on, let's bring Fatty back.
Is that your plan?
Yeah. Right, the big man. Get the big man coach in Queensland.
He's all you got left. Fatty won't do it. He's done it.
Fatty won't do it. He's done it. Big man, he's
Big Mal, he's done it.
Mal's done it.
He's done it. He's packed it up.
Mal did it with 17 other coaches around him, so he did it.
He's done it.
He was a king of kings.
He's the king.
He brought kings in around him to help coach.
100%.
Coach of coaches.
He's moved on. He wants to go and get the Bears job. Apparently,
He's
also running the country. So he's taken. It's pretty much it's the big man.
It's the big man at this point. Cam doesn't want it. Cam left the fucking coaching staff.
Cam wouldn't touch that.
Thurston's TV.
No. Thurston's vibe. He goes in there and he vibes them up.
Vibes. You need a guy like Big Man.
Yeah, you can. Well, and listen, I'm sure Thurston will probably still go into camps and help out.
Yeah. But he'll be doing it.
But he'll be doing it under Daryl.
Yeah, you need Daryl steering the shit.
So it's all you got.
And that's still a good coach to have. That's a good one to have in the back pocket.
Yeah. So Billy loses in Perth. Obviously, he gets processioned out game 3. He gets swept.
You go Big Man in.
And then Big Man in. I just,
I can't really. There's nothing else. I'm just trying.
I can't even think of who else is up to it.
No.
Big
Man's probably the only one.
Yeah. And then you need to start, I don't know, knocking on doors and see if anyone's prepared to pull on the jersey.
Yeah, well, see, that's the problem as well, is that you don't have any players. Do they start going into the lower grades? Just start maybe looking at Q Cup. If there's any Q Cup players going. Robert Toyer is 10 games out of Q Cup.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking
about? You heard about this Jesse Gitson, mate?
Gitson?
Yeah, he's not a bad park footballer.
Oh, yeah, he's all right, is he?
Oh, he scored a couple on the weekend, mate.
All right, well, so you get Jesse Gitson.
Had a couple of fags at half time and went out there and...
cigarettes, those that were...
Yeah, obviously.
Well, a brave new world in that.
Fucking hell. A couple of fat half time.
No, well, that's what I'm saying. I'm just trying to make sure that people know it's a cigarette.
Well, listen.
Jesse Gitson's in the side. What positions Jesse Gitson play?
Oh, he plays all over the park.
Oh,
mate.
okay, utility value.
Well, typically he might make one or two hit ups and then he'll nip out of the wing for a breather.
Couple of darts.
Might jog off for a dump.
Tommy Burns.
Mate, it really just depends, you know. If he finds himself on the right side of the field, he might stay there for a couple of sets and then he might drift over the left. He just sort of gets around.
Well, are there any other players that have, like, very recently debuted in first grade that Queensland could look at? You know what I mean? Like, is there anyone 1 or 2 games into their career that we just haven't thought of here yet?
Is anyone in, like, a top 30 of a team that just...
Top 30 players that with basically, like, 20 games or less.
What about siblings for the current players? Cam Munster got a brother?
Oh, okay. So we keep in the family. Very Queensland. I like it. Cherry's got a brother.
Yeah.
Darcy Cherry Evans, I believe.
You know, maybe roll their old boys out.
Get the dads. Big man got any kids?
Could Big Man pull on a jersey, do you reckon?
Mate, he's got a coach.
Could he captain coach?
Supercharged Super Rugby is live and on demand on Stan Sport. It's all come down to this. Who will secure their spot in the Super Rugby Pacific Finals?
On Friday night, Tom, the Highlanders take on the Chiefs with the Brumbies then hosting the Crusaders in Canberra. Saturday afternoon opens with the Blues facing the Waratahs, our boys, followed by the Hurricanes meeting Moana Pacifica.
Wrapping up all the action, the Reds host the Fijian Drua, closing out the regular season. The only place to watch every match live and on demand is on Stan Sport.
Head to stan.com.au/sport now. All right, punters and dribblers, it's time for another Good Day review.
Yep.
Try this on for size, Tom. This is an absolute corker. Started taking Good Day after my boyfriend started using it, and I noticed a big difference in his energy, mood, and resistance to colds and flus. Can't believe this stuff is so good. I have more energy, and I feel I no longer need a coffee to get me going. It tastes really good as well, which is a bonus. I'll definitely be subscribing. Like, that's what... It just does what it says on the tin.
It's it. It does what it says. It says what it does. BeGoodHealth.com.au. Code Dribbler for 10% off. If you subscribe like this Dribbler, it sounds like she's about to, you can get 20% off. It's cold weather season. It's sick season. It's cold. It's I'm coming down with something. It's, oh, geez, I hope I don't get too sick. I've got that thing on. Pound your Good Day every day and stave off sickness, or at least you stop yourself from falling all the way into it.
The Daily Telegraph rated Nathan Cleary a 5. Said he was bad. I feel like a 5 is extreme. But also, that's just journos.
Off vibe and vibe alone, I'd give him a 7.
Yeah, I'd probably give him a 6 or a 6.5, 7. And I would give that to Moses as well. You know what I mean? Like, it was...
He obviously loses points because he missed a couple of kicks last night. It cost me dearly, 13 plus.
Oh, bro. 13 plus going down was... Shout out to anyone who's in the Neds pot. We, that one stung. That one stung. That fucking missed, what's his name, kick?
Lomax.
Well,
how many Cleary missed? 3.
Cleary missed 3. Lomax missed 2 or 1?
1, I think. But I would say this. As I sit here in pain.
Yep.
Which is the sign of a job well done.
Yep.
Is that I woke up this morning proud to be in New South Wales.
Oh.
Proud as punch of our boys.
Yep.
Who went out there and fucking gave it to those Queensland cucks. Just gave it to them. Just gave them a good old-fashioned rogering.
Oh, it was a rogering of some note, dude.
An absolute fucking pounding. The headboard is dented.
Could I, again, not to complain because we won, right? What's your name? Not Tobler. Cody Totes, King of the Totes. Yeah, could you get up the team song?
Yep.
Rendition?
Talk a lot of shit with your mouth, but we the boys that blue south, There's Queensland, we can see ya, You stand up, let me hear ya, You talk a lot of shit with your mouth, but we the boys that blue south, Where's Queensland, we can see ya, You stand up, let me hear How do you feel?
That was tough. I got to be honest. God, I love this state of ours. That song sounds like it was made up by leagueies. You know what I mean? You talk a lot of shit with your mouth. We're
the boys in blue, New South.
New South. The beat changes.
Well,
It doesn't flow.
there was I think what they might have run into there, Tom, is they've come off the paddock having just claimed Suncorp as our own.
Yeah.
And the boys just forgot their rhythm boots, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, listen, they certainly forgot their rhythm boots. The song itself is just, like, we are the Manly boys. We are to win today. We are the boys you know. We showed them how to play. Like, you're singing about yourself and you're singing to each other. And then this one's like you're talking at people. Like, you talked a lot of shit with your mouth. It's just a little bit like, what are we talking? Who are we talking to? Who talked a lot of shit with their mouth?
Queensland.
Well, no, but you know what I mean. No,
Queensland
like,
talk shit.
Yeah, but like,
And we're the boys in blue, New South.
New South. I just don't know that. I think it's great, and listen, for the song to be as good as it can be, everyone's got to be in time and on beat, and it's one of those ones where, like, because there's a lot of changes in it, a lot of beat changes, a lot of fucking whatevers. It needs to be tip top.
Would Mr. Rhythm himself be prepared to go up there and fucking bang a couple of beats?
Listen.
Would you put the banana singlet back on?
It'd be an honour of a lifetime to be able to get in there in the sheds with the boys, banging on a bloody an esky or something.
Because I genuinely think that's all it needs is someone running the rhythm.
Yep.
I think you're on then.
Also, like, you look
because
at the,
at the end of the day,
early renditions of the Harker, it looked like pure shit. These things take time.
They do take time. They just need a rhythm man up there to run rhythm.
Well, because at the end of the
day, Queensland do talk a lot of shit with their mouth.
Yeah, you're right.
And we are the boys in blue, New South. We are.
No, I mean, that's all true. It is true.
It's all factual.
Yeah.
Who talks more shit than Billy Slater? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With all due respect.
Well, with all of it.
So I'm into it. I just think it needs a rhythm man. And I think you need to dust off the banana singlet. Okay?
I'll dust it off. We wanted to get one remade.
Dye it blue. Get the fuck up there.
I'll do it, dude. I'll do it. So something's got to be improved because that was fucked.
You don't want to be a tire kicker, mate, you know?
No, well, listen, I'm only doing
action.
No, because I'm only doing it if I'm invited. I'm not going to go impose myself. If they invite me to come be the rhythm guy, then you'll see me in the sheds. But they may, listen, it's in a sanctum and stuff. Maybe they don't want me there, I also, I don't want it to affect my work here, Eddie.
I'll tell you who he's singing in that video. Because he's got one of the great voices of all time. Nathan Cleary.
Oh, Nathan can sing, that kid. He can sing. Voice of an angel sort of stuff.
Things are deteriorating.
Yeah. Listen.
Things are deteriorating at the rate of knots.
We possibly went a little too hard in celebration last night.
Yeah, but we had a friend down.
No, I just mean, to be able to turn up. Although I do remember last year falling asleep during one of these, so maybe it's just all par for the course,
You talk a lot of shit.
With your mouth.
With your mouth. We're the boys of blue. New South. New South. Love the Fs.
Yeah, and then Queensland, we can't hear ya, I think.
Well, it was good when they did it last year.
It did seem...
It's a rhythm thing. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, we were loving it last year because the rhythm was good. The rhythm's off there.
Yeah,
whoever's on the esky, I think it's Brian and Stephen, are off.
Yeah.
They're off beat.
They need to be in sync, and they were not in sync.
If we get a rhythm man up there, problem solves. Job done.
It reminded me of a friend of ours' videos that you sometimes see online.
Yeah.
Where the percussion is just, the rhythm's fucking all over the shop. And it gives me anxiety.
It does. That burrows into your soul.
No,
doesn't
it does. It gets in there, burrows in.
Nothing offends you more than rhythm, really. That's out of time.
Punters and dribblers, that's where we're going to leave you for today. Go New South Wales. Queensland, huge trouble. Worried about the state of the game. Thank you. Suncorp Stadium, officially renamed the New South Wales Embassy of New South Wales.
Yep. Just a reminder that at least in this state, shops are open later on Thursday, so maybe nip down and get your broom.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it up in Queensland. You guys have like siestas and shit up there, don't you, you lazy fucks? Down here?
Down here. Yeah.
Where our hands are callous and our fucking...
Yeah, except ours, but everyone else's are.
No, well, not podcasting hands, but our vocal cords will be callous, you know what I mean? Whatever it is you do.
Mate, down here, 9 to 5 means 9 to 5.
Yeah, exactly right.
You know? I don't
Exactly right.
You're not nipping off every fucking half an hour to go have a bloody siesta.
Go have a siesta and a pool. Not down here, mate. Not down in this state. We work hard. We love our families and our friends.
Yeah.
We fucking clock in. We clock out.
Work out, play hard, mate.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. A bit of that.
But what I'm saying is, shops, I think you'll find a lot of shops are closed at 9 p.m. on Thursdays these days.
Oh, no, they like to blow it out Thursdays. And if you go into a Bunnings, which is noted for brooms, they're open about 6 a.m., mate, for the trades and that.
So you nip down before work, mate.
Yeah, mate, you can nip down before we get a couple of brooms.
When's Bunnings open till tonight, Cody? It'd have to be 9 o'clock, wouldn't it?
For the trades.
Well, I think they're open for mum and dad. Or maybe...
9 o'clock.
Yeah, so... No excuse. What time they open tomorrow?
6.
Yeah, right. So...
They're actually open till 9 every night.
I bet you they're not in Queensland.
No, they wouldn't.
Fucking
Nah.
9 till 3 in
Oh,
Queensland.
mate, they wouldn't even... Fuck, some days they wouldn't even open.
No, well, because the fucking guy running the stores mid-siesta.
No, well, mid-pool.
Sorry, guys. So, yeah, you'd have that, like, back in 5
Why are you opening
minutes.
it? I'm going to pull my cock all day.
Just having a siesta in a pool.
Yeah. Nah, not good enough.
Lazy people.
And that is why the concept's in trouble.
Yeah, well, they're lazy people, Ed.
See you later.
Could you two just not talk anymore?